Welcome back to Blueprints. Last time we spent 2 days in the manor, and I took some notes, and then I found out that my notes were insufficient because some of them were lies. So now we have the updated note log, which is digital, so I don't have to hold the mic anymore because the mic isn't being used to illuminate a physical notepad. It was a cute idea, I think. It would have been really neat if I had to draw stuff. If I actually have to draw stuff, then I'll have to figure out something else. But now we have the digital, easier to read version. Anything that was written in blue is in the blue section. Anything that was written in red is in the red section. And there is a yellow section further down for stuff that was neither blue nor red. And I did go back through the first VOD just to make absolutely sure that I got everything the way it was worded. So if it's in the red section, it's a lie, but I wrote the lie just to match how it appeared in game, so that I know this is what the game said. It was written in red, so what's written there is what the game said, but it's also not true. With all that out of the way, I know a lot more about how this game works now. And I'm realizing that because there's no loading screen popping up, that the game capture is frozen. The video on me is not. Okay, imagine that we're zooming into the manor and it says day 3 while I try and fix this. All right, we have capture. There we go. I've got my 50 steps for the day. Howdy. Okay, this is all the same stuff I read before. Same thing with that one. Just doing a quick double check of this first area in case I missed something stupid because I didn't have context. But this time, I think we're good to go. There was a lie that said doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Well, guess what? I'm going to go to the west. Well, I bumped my mic. Going to go to the west wing and assume that stuff won't be locked. Right off the bat, 2 dead ends unless I use the spare bedroom. But that is an upgraded room that I made last time, and it would let me keep going, so... Yes, indeed. It's a spare room, but it's a bedroom. Anything I can pick up. No, there weren't any... Oh, wait, there was a gem. Pays to look around. All right, a regular bedroom, which happens to fit in that corner pretty well. A parlor with a puzzle. I do like me the puzzles. Yeah, I haven't run out of steps either. I mean, I've had the option to run out of steps. Like if I wanted more money on my last run, I could have done some backtracking and I probably would have lost steps, but I kept track. And my first run was just me not paying attention to the fact that I was building dead ends and not thinking ahead. So I'll go for the parlor. Okay, same puzzle as before, but new set of boxes. The gems are in the true box. There is only 1 box in this room. That's a lie. There are 4 boxes in this room. Unless there's a mysterious 4th box. I don't know if they do that. It's been 3 every time, but doesn't mean that if I don't look around that I won't find a 4th box. Well, I guess you're true, and also... and you have fun yourself. But in a non-blueprinty kind of way. West Wing hallway is looking great for my current position. Although I don't get any items out of it. And so if I want a key or another gem... I've got 3 gems already, though. Give me the hall. Oh, a new thing. Staff notice, June 15th, 1983. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Espin, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Likewise, any may draft that was back in 1983. Well, I'll just make note of this. Eeba-dee-ba-doo-ba, skibba-doo-boo-boo, bye-bye plane, do-do-do-do-ba. Alright, so if I go north, I stay on the edge. Got a chapel. If I want to lose money, I could buy items, but that would turn it into a dead end. Or I could just get free items and turn it into a dead end. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Items it is. Gem. Sleep mask. The first time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask, gain 5. Well, I'll have to backtrack through the spare bedroom, probably, so that's neat. Alright, got a nook. Another corridor. Spread gems in each green room at the patio. And it sounds tempting to get my gems up. Or I could go to the nook and get a key. Decisions. I have 4 gems. I'll take the key. Do you do anything? You are a co-tenor. You are a chair, not unlike the chair I am sitting in right now. Yep, I made note of the fact that the word beside is written differently on that little note about the journal. You got a key. Pantry, nah. Chapel. Maybe whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps, and that would then be in addition to the sleep mask. That does turn it into a total dead end. You know what? I don't have any money to lose. We tested this last time. We can't go into the negatives. The deities don't care that much. I see. Is everything the same here? Do we still have Pizza Chef? Yeah, the chapel's the same. I took screenshots of the chapel stuff, so if I need to know it for the future, then I do have it somewhere. Ooh, hallway sounds great. I could start building up stars. I vote hallway. Weedle-deedle-dee, moving around. Here's a memo. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. I already wrote that down in the red section. So on that note, let's continue west. Okay, now the pantry could be good. Ooh, garage, but I don't have my car keys. But it gives me 3 keys. And then if I happen to pull the item check, I left my car keys in the item check. This would allow me to gain 7 steps. This gives me money. This gives me keys. Man, you know if I don't pick the garage, I will get the coat check. That's just how things work. But if I put the garage, then there's no way I'm getting the coat check. But I might start running into locked doors. I've got 4 gems to spare, so it might not hurt to be like, hey, if I don't use them, they might go to waste this run. Let's see the garage. Got those keys. What's this do? It beeps 3 times. No, not beeps. It blinks 3 times. Pressing it multiple times just to see if it changes. Like if it was going to spell out a code like 3 blah blah blah. But I suppose not. I need a breaker room to deal with that. Open the trash. There's got to be treasure. Looking around. Here is some bleach. A note. Christoph, this is the 3rd time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you've been driving for his lordship. Your absences must be accounted for. Mrs. Babbage. They've underlined third time, and the thing on the wall blinked 3 times. This needs to be noted somewhere. Okay. That. Now that I'm... Well, I could have done this on paper, but I also underlined it, and you can still do that digitally. Box, box, box. All right, what's with the dotted line? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 and then some. I don't know if that would really be a full 13, but... Be sure to check the car itself. If I had the car keys, I might be able to use them here. Again, banking on will I get coat check, because I know I have car keys in coat check. All right, garage. You and I are through for now. Put her straight. I was just wondering if we needed a breaker box for that thing that's beeping. Not beeping, blinking. But it would be a dead end. And then I'd be stuck going all the way back to the entrance hall. Whereas the den, it gives me my gem back. It has more pathways. But there won't ever be a better time to test if the thing in the garage has anything to do with the breaker box. Aha! We found a note from Mrs. Babbage. She might be the blue princess, I guess. Pretty sure that fourth one says cabinet. I know I've talked about that the last time. Do we really need to leave the key card entry system on? I mean, just in case, right? But I still don't know what a VAC indicator is. And there's 6 buttons here, and I can turn them green, red, or neutral. Like, I'm trying to think, is there anything that we've seen that would... Anything we've seen that would have a VAC? Whatever that is. I don't know. But I am going to go check the garage. Look at that light turning green. Oh, yeah, I can show you that. Number one, I don't have to mess with the mic. And number two, I've got 3 different background colors for which things are written in blue, red, and neither. Because that was a big discovery last time, was that it matters what color it's written on. And, like, I had the markers, but everything was already starting to get all over the place. Anyway, it looks like I can exit the garage now. If I had the car keys, I imagine I would be able to take the car. West Path. Hmm. That's just a gate. But can I open the gate? I'll be back for you later, gate. Leave no stone unturned. I don't know if these rectangular indentations are supposed to mean anything to me. Also, one way up there. And another one. Before I crossed that log, I wanted to see if I could go through what looked like a break in the fence. Over the wood and through the woods. Oh, look what I'm on the other side of. Oh, ho, ho, ho. The west gate has been permanently unlocked. Ha, 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 ha. It's only my 3rd day, and I opened up a shortcut. How about the rest of what's on this side of the outside? I know, we probably could have just jumped through that hole the entire time, but our character doesn't think like the rest of us. Door. Door. What? 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 Huh? Now, you don't go sticking your arm into other people's holes. Trading post. Receive a blessing. Man, what are we feeling on this? This is a whole different set of rooms for the outside. Well, also, if this gate is unlocked permanently, does that mean I can always get one of these rooms at the start of the day? Big if true. Right, well, in that case, it doesn't matter as much, because we'll have other days to test them out. I'm kind of thinking I want to see what the blessing is. Like, we've seen the items, but we haven't seen the special items. We could see what the special items are. What makes them so special. That is also a possibility. Alright, well, the only item I have to trade is the sleep mask. I would definitely pick one of these two. Ah, my mother told me you're the very best one, and you are it. Alright, 3 more of these and we'll get a heart container or a stamina vessel. This costs money! Oh, it did say make an offering. Darn it. I failed to read. You wait here, I'm gonna go find money. Or the car keys. Yeah, at this point, it would be faster to go back to the entrance hall from the outside. No. Woo! There's still so much more day. As I go back to the entrance hall and pick another direction. Like north. Okay, on the one hand, the pantry gets me immediate money. Yeah, it probably is. Now that we know things. On the one hand, immediate money. On the other hand, would just lead to a dead end. But money. Money for shrine. And then I could go get blessed and go east. Yeah, I'm taking the money. Money. And banana. Also, why not banana? But okay, note. Suddenly note. Bridget. Please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. There's a scale. But when I pick up the banana, I just eat it immediately. Kitchen timer. They're missing a can down there. More dotted lines. I saw one of these dotted lines in the garage, and now I'm just wondering if there's some giant, like, super big brain, high level puzzle that's gonna involve all these dotted lines at some point. Or I'm just overthinking the game's art style, which is probably more likely, but I don't want to rule things out. Have you ever played Tunic? Because if you know how deep the stuff goes in Tunic, you know that it's not out of the question for me to think that these dotted lines mean something. All right, let's go pay the Great Fairy. Let's see. It will last for several days. Did I give 1 money? Half money? 75% money? Or all money? It's a fun sound. Well, you know what? The game just handed me all that money for nothing. Take all my money. You have received the blessing of the High Roller. Each time you draft a shop room, gain 1 reroll. Gain 5 extra money each time you roll blah. 3 days. Well, I don't know how useful that will be today, but it lasts 3 days, so we will see. Oh, the drawing room. Where we go to the den, have 3 different directions to go. I mean, 2. This is the 3rd one, but yeah, again, I'm still... I mean, this is basically just a free reroll. And then it costs me a gem, but this one gives me a gem. All the clocks in here still seem to be in sync. This is not the only time that I've thought this, but there are these little things that to me look like keyholes, but clearly we don't have a thing to open them. Hold on. What's that sticking out from the... Oh, that's the leg. I thought that was like a loose thread that I could pull or something. Or like a tiny key that would go into the keyhole. But the other leg isn't sticking out. Oh yeah, there's been a bunch of chess pieces and a bunch of paintings that have hands holding stuff that range from playing cards to crowbars to whatever else. So there are recurring elements, and I do wonder when those may or may not come into play. So wait, no. This isn't nothing. There's no way. Yeah, that's not the leg. That's gotta be a clock hand, right? Like the one that's drawn on... Like these. The little ones that are only on this one for some reason. Does that mean there's another clock hand in the room somewhere? Man, I wish I had like a zoom in button like on the Switch when you press the home button twice in quick succession. Wait, is it moving like the rest of the clocks? Because I already think it's a clock hand. So if it moves... This is the second time that I have just come to this room and ended up staring at something. No, I think it's a clock hand because it doesn't match the rest, and like there's a thin... But I want to confirm that I'm looking at a clock hand or see if there's another one so that together they form a specific time. So that's why I would like to be able to zoom in, but the shadow is also moving bit by bit. And I push the couch in the direction of the clock hand. But I don't see anything else on the rug in the... Like, the edges have these black lines, but... Like, that is just so... If it was on both sides of the couch, I wouldn't think anything of it. How about the other chairs? Table. More chairs. Couch. Stairs, maybe. You. I can't wait until I have enough context to piece together whatever this thing is and prove that I'm not crazy about this particular thing. This is a hint to something. Time is it now? No, I meant to write in the notes that we figured out that 5 minutes in game is like 30 seconds or something. We did the conversion last time. Or it's like 1 second to 10 seconds. All right, because I'm still curious about this formation right here. And I mean, it almost looks like a Roman numeral for 5 or 6, but like clearly they're the clocked hands pointing at certain positions. The last time I waited for one of these positions and then nothing happened. Okay, well, I'm going to leave this room for now, but I just have every suspicion in the world that, I mean, I feel like all the rooms are hiding something deeper that I have yet to understand, but this is the room that I think gives the biggest indicator that there is more at play here than what I can even imagine. Bedroom would work. Storeroom would work. Any of these work. But I am almost halfway depleted on steps, and I would get a bunch of steps from a bedroom. Because I have a sleep mask. Goodies, any goodies? Look for goodies. Look at that coloring. It's a V. I swear it's a V. Don't know if it's a Roman numeral V or the letter V, but there's a V. You've seen that picture. No, I do. The sleeping mask, I got, the first time you enter each bedroom. So the sleeping mask won't work again. But I know you're referring to the 2 steps. So, like, if I step out and back in, I would get 2 steps. Oh, yeah, there's still that whole thing. Wait. But this is the picture. It's you. No, I can't look in the mirror. There was a note on the bed? Or is that this? This is true. Hey, wait a minute. There's a chess piece inside of this lamp. Don't tell me that that lamp handle isn't a chess piece. Because I'm pretty sure it's a chess piece. That, it might be a queen. Which might make this a queen bed in the bedroom. Queen bed. And then this picture, this one's here too. They're both here. That can't not be something. With bathtub without this. And this is above the bed, which might be a queen. And this is above a dresser with a tipped hat. Look at this hat. And there's another chess piece in the cabinet right next to the hat. Hey, Mondo, you remember the notes from the commissary, right? There was the big note that said, with this, without that. It just pointed to these exact pictures. And I was thinking about it as words, but now I'm thinking about it as stuff in this bedroom. With queen, without hat. Although the hat could then be interpreted as a crown. So a queen without a crown. I don't know. I'm spitballing. We still don't have enough context for stuff. Like, even if I need to know the phrase queen without a crown, I don't know what to do with that information. And the crown thing might be a bit of a stretch considering this isn't really a crown. Is that a pawn inside the... Maybe the game is just telling me that I'm a pawn. By overthinking all this stuff, I have just become a pawn in the game's conspiracy. Everything is lies. This whole thing is written in red. All right, look, Rooms, I've got my eyes on you. You can't fool me forever. You can fool me for now, but not forever. Oh, we could get the security room. Or I could go super big on the steps, because if I do the nursery, then I get 5 steps when I place a bedroom. And then I'd get the sleeping mask bonuses and the 2 regular steps from the bedroom. But these are dead ends, and the security is not. Yeah, let's just get security back in here. What is this thing? Okay. That's the same note as last time. E P E D P. Yes. I was looking at the capital letters for some reason. I thought that might be something. You think they're changing the terminal password? Oh boy, what happened this time? Can I use this? No. Can at least check on items if I missed any. I did not miss any items. Not yet. Last letter was a G. I thought it looked kind of like a B on the first one. Or maybe an 8, but there wasn't a way to type an 8. So then I gave up on the idea of it being an 8. All right, this will be a dead end. Launder currency? Experimental house features. It doesn't matter about the doors, because, well, actually, if I use the laboratory, it will connect back to the den. But if I use the laundry room, it will not. So I guess for the sake of options, I would pick the lab. Oh, no, there's more stuff. Okay, wait, I'm a math person. What you got there? You got your 0, okay? And B to B1. Well, Mondo, if it's an O and it's at what appears to be the center of the circle, then that could be the origin, which is the 0 on both axes. So checkmate. Anyway, I'm just gonna bloop. But, you know, it looks like we got a rotation of 90 degrees happening here. Also a tangent line. It's a checkmate because I'm also still right without you being wrong. I moved my queen into your queen bed. And you became a pawn in my wordplay. I typically work over at Stinka Labs, but got sent over here for a month to assist more with the new turbine tests. I think I need some help. For the past 3 days, I have been unable to find the laboratory on the estate. Today was the first success on that front. Can anyone tell me if this is typical, and if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way the doors work, but I must admit, I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips from my fellow technicians would be appreciated. Kimberly Thompson. King of the Bridge does sound like a fun time. Oh my god, another thing. Although they're not letting me read this one, so I'm hoping this is just flavor. This machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. Not the utility closet. I was checking that. Experiment setup. Research logs. Pause experiment login to network. Wait, where do you say? Oh, there's a red card. Effective immediately. Email can only be accessed via the security terminal. All right, well, I've got 2 notes to write down. Right, and we can access it from not the security terminal. Oh my god! Well, this spells something. And there's a left arrow, so you might have to reverse the letters of the elements. Hooray! God, I used to have a much better intuition for what letters were which on the periodic table, but now I admit that I would probably have to look it up, except for the first bit. You know, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, and boron. Those are the first. Those are the first 5 elements from the top left to the top right, and then the next row down. I know those 5. I know that uranium is somewhere in the bottom 2 rows. Well, yeah, I'm assuming they want me to look up the abbreviation of the periodic table elements and start with the 1 and 1, and then the 1 and 2, and then the 1 and 3, which is hydrogen, or capital H. And that I might have to reverse which letter goes first because of that left arrow on the sticky note. So, welcome to Asran Looks Up the Periodic Table stream. This is not what you signed up for. That's what you're getting. All right, got. Wow, Mandu doing the speed run for the first few. That's right, I've got the picture pulled up. But I knew that 3 was H, because that's hydrogen. Phone, stop trying to add stuff to my search. I just want to look closer. Here we go. Okay. Actually, this part I might want a notebook for, and then I can put it in the digital notes later. Where did I put that notebook? I found it. All right, so yeah, 3. So knowing H is 3. Just to be sure, because typing on a computer can obscure things a bit. 11 is capital I. Ah, see, 7 is you. I knew uranium was somewhere down there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's only 12, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, there's only 12. All right, putting these in. I'll start with regular order just to be sure. But I do think that left arrow may mean something. So if I start writing nonsense, then I'll know. But in regular order, this is am. Ampha. Ampere. Amphareg. Duff. Yeah, I'm gonna start reversing them. M-A-P. Map. H. Map. Map. Per. Per gun. This might be a phonetic thing. Maffaperd. Gafetnerian. Maffapergafeterian. Maffapergafeterian. Mappapergafeterian. Just gonna double check that I got these down correctly. F-N-E. F and N-E still line up like what you were saying. 2. Oh, 2 is S on my table. No. Go back to the. I was looking at that phone. Deselect. Go back to the picture. Technology. Through technology. Okay. 9, 11, 10 are in the bottom right corner. But this table shape doesn't match that table shape, so this can't be the right one. Hold on. I found a note earlier that said stuff was happening in 1983. This version of the table has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows on the top, and the seventh row has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 elements. Am I able to find it? One sec. All the results I'm finding are flat in the bottom row. Oh, wait, I might have something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. That's pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then up to the second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to the second row. So okay, so 5 is still RE. All right, does it match? Does it match the spaces? Oh, it's a whole bunch. Okay, then maybe I should go back to the one I had just found. My source for this, in case anyone is curious, is some site called Owlcation. OWL and then Cation. So yeah, just making sure. 5 is RE, and then 4, 5, 6, 7 on that row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm seeing EU. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 6 is EU. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 is EU on this table. And then diagonal to the left of that is EU. And 4 and 7 are very near the left, are PH and PA respectively. Yes, the lanthanides and the actinides. So 10 is still RN. And 11 is still I. And 9 is still TE. And 3 should definitely still be H. That's always been H. Okay, so I've got a totally different set of letters now. I'm going to try this again. Okay, so M-A... Wait, that... E-U. Up. Oh, God, the first thing spells up if I do it backwards. So, I think it's going to tell me to go up. Up. Sh. Up. Shift. That doesn't work. Am I sure that 4 is TH? Did I write down the wrong thing after I said it? No, that still looks like TH. We know that 3 is H. Oh, you don't reverse it. The left arrow does not mean reverse it because now the first 3 elements spell push. Remember earlier when I tried to push a couch? And now I might actually have to push something? Push the 3 E push 3 up. And you do have to kind of space apart the letters because 3 up is not a single word. But that's okay. Push 3 up after after 9. Push 3 up after 9. Going into the digital notes for safekeeping. Now, of course, you know, after 9 makes me think of the clock room, the den. So, we'll see if that may apply anywhere else. Duh. Woo! All right. Well, that was some version of fun. Yeah, that V shape is like 10 something or even 1105 or something. So, yeah, definitely after 9. Oh my god. Well. Heating and cooling curves. H2O melting point at 0.1 ppt to 0.5 ppt. Room temperature 20 degrees Celsius. Complete thaw just below that. Melting point 0 Celsius. Ice below 0 Celsius. Test 205 at atmospheric pressure 93 kPa in Mount Holly freezer. Lab technician Randolph M. Hey, let me read that, so it might mean something. It's faster to just do this. Wait, the den is right there. I won't even have to backtrack that far to see if after 9 means the clock. What? Fish! There's fish. Look at the fish. And it's the dotted lines forming a fish. Either that or it wants me to press circle and triangle on my PlayStation controller, but I doubt that because this is not just on PlayStation. But I tried it anyway. I haven't fully looked around the lab yet, so yeah, wait a bit on the den. A note. Oh, wait, we read that. We made a full lap, but now I gotta do the inside desk. Check out those test tubes. These beakers. I see sines and cosines. So, I can't grab one of these and put it in the thing over there? No? No such thing? Read that. Oh, this is what 3 and... No, push lever 9 and then push lever 3. In that order. But this machine needs extra power, and that's not a lie. And I haven't been to the boiler room. But I guess it doesn't hurt to try doing it right now. Okay, so I guess it has nothing to do with the clocks, unless there's overlapping puzzle solutions, and that's a hint for more than one thing, but... Does that mean there's other puzzles around somewhere? Oh my god, wait a minute. Oh no, oh no. We're gonna have to put all 10 in order, aren't we? I am now willing to bet that once we get this machine power, that it's not just 3 and 9, but that's like a piece of the puzzle. That 9 comes before 3. That's what the left arrow was for. The left arrow was saying this message goes to that machine. I thought I'd have to reverse the letters. So, like, if there are more than 2 levers to press, then does this other stuff, particularly this one that points to a dog tag with the number 10 on it, have something to do with it? And so 10 would come after deer. Number deer. That's the combo. Deer 10 9 3. It's the fish again. I see your alpha angle. I don't know. I guess it could just be 9 and 3. But we'll need the machine to be powered before we know for sure. There's the look. Clock hand down. Clock hand go down. All right, I'm just making sure. Like, the lab feels pretty big. One thing I did not do was try to run an experiment on the computer. I'll start with the research logs. Oh, I thought there'd be past research logs that I could use as hints. They will be available the day after an experiment. Okay. Experiment setup. In the lab, you are free to experiment by testing and combining different mechanics to create an original and unique house feature that will last until the end of the day. Choose a cause from column A and an effect from column B. Immediately. Each time you eat an apple. For each bedroom you draft after your second. Add a small chest to the entrance hall. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways. Lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold. I mean, I'm kind of thinking the bedroom one, because I've already drafted some bedrooms. And then add small chest to entrance hall. And then go get loot. But then I'd have to go back to the entrance hall. I've got a cup. I think I have at least 2 hallways, so I could gain the key. I do not want to do the lose 10 steps one, because I'm not that plentiful on steps. If I had been gaining more steps this whole time, I could maybe afford to lose some. Actually, if I cancel out, does it give me new options? No. Yeah, I'll just go with my gut. What's the worst that can happen? Do you want to create? After approval, this experimental feature will remain active for the rest of the day. Go. Did anything change over here after I started the experiment? Alright, well, back through security to see if we can add some more rooms this way. The nursery would be a dead end, and I'd have to call it a day. The veranda, greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Uses up both of my gems if I do that. Or I can just go to the corridor and have a way to keep going. At Fedora. Gotta check for free items. I'm not seeing them. Do. Code check. Code check. Code check. Oh, this is an important question because that's a dead end. Ooh. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It would take me 12 steps to get back to the garage. Like, that's what I'm kind of thinking it, because, like, the setup is there. We got the garage. We got the garage door open with the utility closet, and I made sure to put these keys in the coat check last time. So it just seems like fate is currently telling me, you're gonna try and drive this car. Like, yeah, I lose out on any additional rooms today, but... like, what are the odds? Ampersand. Sand. Ampersand. Something about amps. I'm feeling it. Anyway, give me my car keys. I might as well check the lockpick. That could be a thing to have on a future day that isn't completely context dependent on, like, the garages. And I honestly forgot we had the lockpick because there wasn't any doors that needed unlocking. And I had 4 keys anyway, so... Alright, we're going to the garage with the car keys. Right after I make sure I didn't miss any items. Very good. Make sure I'm going the right way. Go through the bedroom, gain 2 of my steps back, so just in case. Through the den. Entrance hall. Don't go through the pantry. It's blocked off. Another bedroom. Oh, sleeping mask. This is the first time I entered this room with the sleeping mask. I'll have plenty of steps. I lose 1 money that I don't have because I gave it all to the shrine outside. Oh, well. The drop-off address is 14227 Sandy Heights. A small garage on the south edge of Brinsdale. The goods are already secure and in the trunk, so just unload and get back here before noon. I've seen Sinclair's schedule, and I don't think he'll be regretting that. He'll be requesting the car today. But you never know when the car will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I believe Denny already has payment ready. One 14227 Sandy Heights. The goods are in the back. Upgrade desk. Okay, I will admit I was expecting to drive the car. I open this side. Let me in. The license plate is Swan Song. Which, for some reason, I did not check the license plate earlier, but I'm checking it now. Swan Song with no vowels. Alright, I'll type these in after I end the stream at some point, but 14227 Sandy for the address and Swan Song for the license plate, just in case. I have a feeling that upgrade disc is all I'm getting out of this car. Maker box. Okay, so if I want to use the upgrade disc, then I need to get back to either security or the laboratory, because those have the terminals. And this is going to cost me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically nothing. 5 steps to get back to the 6, 7. I should have enough to go through the inside. I should have counted how many it took when I went around the outside to see if that was better. Oh, you might have left the stream before I did it, but we did get an upgrade disc at the end of not the very end, but near the end of the first stream. We got an upgrade disc, so I do know how they work, and I just need to get to a computer. And so the upgrade I did last time was this spare room. The one that you weren't a fan of with the ceiling fan, because now it's a spare bedroom, so it counts as a bedroom. Yeah, I think the inside route will be fast enough. And I can double check if there was actually a chest in the entrance hall for all my experimenting. All chests. Possibly. Maybe. I don't think I quite met the conditions for it. In fact, I think you have to, like, build a room that gets added to the pool. That was my reading of the situation. Anyway, to the lab. The lab, to the lab, to the lab, lab, lab. This goes in. What's our next upgrade? The boudoir. Okay. So we go from a plain old boudoir to boudoir plus 1 gem, boudoir plus 2 whatever that thing is, or boudoir plus 3 apples. What is this one in the middle? It's not a key. Oh, that's rerolls. Joy. True, but we don't know if the we've only seen the lab once. The next time that I get in the lab, it might not even have an apple eating option. I imagine that column A and B are randomly generated each time, but we don't know that for sure. So if it is going to offer do this for eating apples every time, then I can definitely see the value in option 3. I think there are plenty of rooms that already give us 1 gem, so I'm between the apples, which would renew a lot of steps just in case we need them, even if we don't get the apple effect. Or the rerolls. Like, rerolls could prevent us from getting stuck. Who needs consistency? In honor of the lab, we eat apples. Or at least we will next time we're in the boudoir. You know, the boudoir is often where you eat the forbidden fruit. I can double check again. Did I miss anything, computer? Alright, so dead ends. I didn't miss a possible avenue. I'm pretty sure I've been keeping track of dead ends. Is that how you pronounce boudoir? It's a French thing. Alright, well, we got the garage open using the utility closet. And we broke into the car to get the upgrade disc in the car. And by opening the garage, we opened the Westgate path and got access to an outer room. So it's been a good day. But without any other routes to take, we call it there. Day 4. Alright, so I'm tempted to go roll a new outer room on the Westgate path now. We already have a blessing. So it's not like I need to go get money first. But maybe I'll need something else. But now I'm unsure if I should look around first or if I should just go over there. Yeah, the blessing of the High Roller is still in effect for a few days. Gain a reroll when you draft a shop room and gain 5 extra money every time you reroll. That's what I got from the shed on day 3 after building the shrine. Still in effect. Alright, call me Manifest Destiny, because we will maintain the westward expansion. Not the greatest starting options. Alright, Parlor, I'll see you in a moment. Let's see, it takes 1, 2... Seems to take 3 steps to get here. Hovel. Special floor plans now cost additional steps instead of gems. 2 special items. Items for trade. Well, there's no guarantee we'll find gems, so I see value in the hovel. But we could also learn what the special items are like. I choose dun 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 dun. Metal detector. Neat. The first time you enter each green room, use water to gain gem. Limited capacity, 3 drops. There's a hacksaw on the wall, but I can't take it. All right, we're on an adventure. We're a few steps down for going out of the way, but here we are. All 3 boxes are empty. Ha ha, lie. The blue box, this box and the blue box are empty. The black box contains gems. We know you're lying. These 2 truths agree with each other. All right, I need to grab the key. Ooh, coin purse. So now we're going to find money with the metal detector, and we're going to earn interest. Looks like they really want me to... They don't want me to get my proper inheritance, but they want me to essentially get my inheritance, you know? Closet, dead end. Corridor, not a dead end. Bedroom. And bedroom lets me keep going towards the western edge of the house. Items, coins, greetings from Reddington. Wait, this picture is different. Now it's a spiral staircase. Oh, that's about the way I came. Den would allow me to get to the bottom corner, so that's very tempting. And it gives me another gem. So, like, sure. Ooh, it's about to be 9. Oh, hey, this shows the room that I'm in. I don't know if that's coincidental or completely on purpose. Alright, it's after 9. Push 3 up. Whatever pushing 3 up means in this instance. Yeah, no, it's the levers, but no. Alright, this dead end room is guest bedroom or food for sale. I'm kind of thinking guest bedroom just to get my step count up. Although I didn't build the hovel. So I guess I don't necessarily need as many steps. But I've already got a bunch of items. But I guess I could just grab more. And what's more important, mobility or closet? Fine, load me up. Okay. I'll re-roll. Alright, I mean, I guess the key's good. Something could be locked. Oh, I do have the watering can. I haven't really been making green rooms a lot in my playthrough so far. And I have a gem to afford it. This trunk is locked. You type that it refunds itself, and there's a key inside the locked chest. And we earned interest on that. I mean, yes, this is true. That also. But it's just funny that that happened when you were talking about a completely different but related thing. What happened to my watering can option? Said the first time I enter, I can use it. I didn't leave. But I guess opening the chest negated my chance to do that? I mean, that sucks if that's true, because I'm still here. It's still my first time in the room. And I was going to use it. Well, that's unfortunate. Anyway, north. Or east. I have a note about north. Okay, the further north I go, the more likely it is that something is locked. And I just used up, I have one key, but I only have one key. So, you know what? East. Spare bedroom. Door room, dead end. Apple. Either spare bedroom or re-roll. Seems early to re-roll. I know the turn. Money. And more interest. I'd better build a shop room. Did I hear it beep again? Aha. Observatory is tempting. But if I build the observatory now, then my only way north is back through the courtyard, or if I build to the right. Like, you know, I only have 1 star so far, and I'm pretty sure those are tracked permanently. Oh, sweet. I don't have to reline up the telescope. Now I've got 2 maker eyes. which is the same number as Mondu. Well, 2 chests have been added to the entrance hall, and if I get a good roll here, I might be able to connect right back to the entrance hall right now. Let's have these spinnable globes. We haven't done anything with these. Well, the corridor is exactly what I wanted, so... Oh, it's locked. Is the other one? Yes. I don't have a sledgehammer. I only have 1 key. And there's 2 chests. And the chest may contain a key. But I don't know that for sure. This is a toughie. Got your left decision, and you've got your right decision. Well, I'm quite rich. I've got 3 rerolls, so I don't really need to spend a gem on a room that's going to give me a reroll. I'm kind of thinking this is the time to use a reroll. Look, it is. Then I get a guaranteed key for that other chest. And it keeps going. I'm right here. I know it takes up another 2 steps to go in and out, but... I should have picked the left chest first after all. More money? I am really hoping to get a shop room. Apple, get. Apple, 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 apple. Let's see. If I make my way back to the courtyard, then there'd be a gem in it. But this gives me the ability to go to the bottom right corner, but I won't be able to see what I'm doing. I assume it's some inside D&D thing. You know what, Duff? I have the blessing of the high roller, so therefore I need to try my luck in the dark room. Hey, metal detector, are there any items in here before I roll a random room for the bottom right corner? These two have gem requirements, which means they're probably decent rooms. Hey, shop. The picture's changed in this puzzle. Yeah, I think the scribble still looks the same on the staff notice. Alright, well, I don't know if these commissary without hints actually mean anything, but I'll write this one down with the other one. Hopefully time will tell one way or another. Still got this busted arcade machine. Alright, what can I buy? A gem. A sledgehammer. More gems. Running shoes. I do not know what the running shoes do. I imagine it maybe allows me to move more for less steps. Well, I got 32 coins and only one way to find out. Occasionally save steps when traveling longer distance around the estate and grounds. Okay, I can afford 4 gems. That's pretty neat. And also a sledgehammer just in case I need to break open chests instead of spending more keys. Sure. Now to roll a random room again. Oh, gem requirement. You win. Oh, it's the kitchen. We haven't actually been in the kitchen yet. Why can I turn this? There must be a way to turn water on. I'm guessing the water in the estate is off. That would be in the boiler room, right? Because now we know a boiler room is a thing that exists and powers the lab machine. There's a dog somewhere. The wait is 3 o'clock. Been seeing the number 3 a lot. Alright, what room am I? It says food for sale. Oh, here we go. The kitchen menu. Banana, 3 steps. Club sandwich, 15. Tomato soup, +5 for every red room. And that the red room can finally be useful for once. I only have 6 coins because I spent most of them. So I could take a banana. Oh, the main course is served only in the dining hall. Served atop a plume agrideux with roasted potatoes, bacon lardons, and wild chives. Plus 20 steps and an additional 10 steps if you have a trophy room. Well, just like Balatro, I will take the banana. Alright, chapel would let me go. Hallway would let me go. Security room would not let me go. For some reason, they feel the need to specifically turn it that way instead of any other direction. Like, why can't the middle door be the one that I walk into? Well, the hallway is a cheaper chapel. The pool adds locker room, sauna, and pump room to today's draft. A pump room? I heard that metal detector going off. There we go. I see a sign. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to select from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day unless otherwise stated. No running. I'm running. You can't stop me. Drawing room patio. Not the first time that the patio has come up. Okay, I hit the button this time. Woo! Occasionally, you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate dig spots. I have not encountered a shovel. Grill? The green rooms are going to be extra good if you have a shovel. Okay, it says I can spread gems, but I am not sure how I do that, or if it just automatically did that and the gem I grabbed here was one of the gems that got spread. Now I just need to find the 4 men. You are more likely to draw green rooms. Hey, the pump room. Control water. Yeah. That one. That's why I put the pool. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, there is this and that. Uh-huh, right. Uh-huh. Aha. Uh-huh. I spy a puzzle. Electronic keycard door. Trying to figure out what any of these things are doing. I mean, it controls the flow through the pipes, right? But, like, I've seen these types of puzzles in Leighton, where there's, like, certain amounts of water and... look, more instructions. Reserve tank, water source selection... Tank 1, pump, tank 2, pump, tank, switch. Okay, well, let's see. The fountain doesn't need to be on. Okay, so all those switches and stuff must have controlled how much I took from the reservoir in some way. Oh, no. Well, I guess this is fine. I mean, I got the water in the kitchen. That's what I wanted. Enjoy bed, Manu. I do what I can with day 4 and then wrap it up for myself, but seems like I'm getting near the end of day 4 now that I've hit this electronic lock. I mean, I can still go north on the west side through the courtyard and through the pool. Okay, so I'm not nearly as many dead ends as I thought. But I have bent the water, so it seems like a good time to go back to the kitchen and see what that did for me. Oh, wait. It might be possible to drain the pool. Could be something in there. Oh, refill watering can. Okay, well, I'm glad I had the watering can, or else I would have come here and been like, what do I do with this? Okay, so reservoir is 2, which is this pump. Because, yeah, I imagine that water's got to go somewhere. This is the only thing I changed. I want to see how the pool's looking, but I imagine I just want it fully drained, or else the game won't let me go into it. But even if I can move... Well, no, it's not about... Because there's room in the tanks. Not this tank. There's room in this tank. I should have turned that off. There was also this. Nope, nope, nope. Ah. Bugged that one up. so I filled up everything else. If I can just remember how I got it into the right side. 6. 6. Goes through pump 4. Oh, that only goes into tank 1. So I need to get the tank 1 stuff into the other. Means I might need to do a little tradesy. Where he also goes into tank 1. Pump 2 is connected to both 1 and 2. So I filled that up. Then I need to send a little of that, at least, to a place where it goes that is not there. So 5. 6 is the one I'm trying to empty. 5 or 1 or 2. If I switch the thing, right? Yeah, this switches which one pump 2 controls. And I want it to control this one. Pump 2 controls tank 1 now. So now I can empty a bit of tank 1 into spot 2 or 1. 1 is where I just freed up stuff. It goes just through pump 2. Okay, and now we should be able to pull from maybe this was in the right spot. I'm still not totally sure on the position. Yes! My goal was get the pool empty, and I got the pool empty. Sure, there's reasons to mess with these other ones, but I haven't even been to half these rooms. So much money. This feels like it should be a secret thing. Give me a reroll. And the locker room. Red keys. Oh, because locks. Ha ha ha. I got it. I found the car keys. Don't really need that particular set of keys anymore. The locker is locked. Oh, frickin'. You can't sledgehammer it. Like, the lockers could just be empty. I only have one key. I mean, I guess this is the room for you if you ever get a lot of keys. Glad I didn't use my key on the locker. Sauna, you'll start the next day with 20 extra steps. Dining room. I missed a gem and 4 keys. Or they were added to rooms after I did stuff, at any rate. Wow. Locked. Fortunately, not locked. Back to the lab. Weight room, lose half your steps. Wow, mean. Rumpus room is new. Plus 8 coins. Fortune teller.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
Do I?
The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something.
Does any of this mean anything?
I see a door marked by a rogue moon.
Right, that moon's on the title screen, so this has to mean something.
It has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find.
That's what you think.
It holds true beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Well, it seems like it might be nice to come here when we can for story hints. Got my money. I got my money. Ah, cha 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 cha. Oh, I'm out of keys. So my only option, not a great one. I'd have to try and see if I can get to the courtyard. But might as well try. Where is this metal thing? There's an item, but I don't see it. And I don't want to leave this room and lose steps, but I don't think the metal detector applies outside of the room it's in. From what I've seen so far. Well, I feel real stupid for not seeing whatever this is, but I guess I'm just gonna keep going. Did I go the wrong way? No. Went the only way. I have a bunch of money. Not a lot of steps left, but any of these gems can be useful. Their chance. Oh, shoot. I misread the map. Not a way out of there. Hey, random key. That would have been nice for those locked doors. Backtracking now would be a bad idea. Three keys is also not going to help right now. And if I take the 10 extra steps from the guest bedroom, then all I'm going to do is backtrack and use them all up. Oh, now we find a locksmith with keys for sale. Well. Oh, set your gems to 2 gems, regardless of how many you had, so that was a waste. Another year. A piano. Oh, this is me. Under these stars, the dance is held, and to the floor we are compelled. The gowns glide on, and music swells, and at the end, the clock strikes 12. What that means, only time can tell. 2 remain for one last dance, and spin again around clock hands. Like they keep bringing up clock stuff. And as they turn, a second chance to rise above the falling sands, the true time lost is past romance. There's a few different things to note here. About the time, about the bold print on the word true, about the fact that these are pages 6 and 7. Music in this room is great, though. Not a lot of steps left. Again, I could take the steps, but it would just result in, being done. The note I've read. Now, I've heard about the billiard room. Maybe we have a chance to solve this puzzle. The one where you don't need to know the rules of darts. I see math symbols. $15, $13. There's a bunch of balls on the table. I think that's too many to mean something. Got your chalk thingies, your cues. This room is a puzzle, and I've been told I don't need to know the rules of darts from an earlier note. 15, 13, 8, and 5. Three. Alright, well, what happens if I click something? Oh, it's changing. Okay, 19. You click on 19, it changes to 1 and 2. That did something. $19. 1 and 2. Add up to 3. $16 and 7 is 23, but that's not a number that's on the thing. Maybe subtract them for 9 then? 12 and 5 would subtract to 7 or add to 19. Apply to 60. Okay, so each color must be an operation. I'm going to guess this is multiply. So, okay, 4 and 10. Subtract to 6 times 3 is 18. I somehow figured that out because I'm amazing. I got a key card, but I can't make it back to the key card room. Ah. But I finally got to see this billiard puzzle. Alright, what will my final room be? There is just a key on the ground now. Neither of these are particularly helpful right now. I will see the maid's chamber, and then that will be... Oh, you can't finish the room you're in when you run out? Well, that's a thing that we learned. Then you might as well call it a day when you have 1 step left. I was at least gonna look around the maid's chamber and see if I could learn anything about the maid. I accepted my fate. I wasn't asking to leave the maid's chamber. Alright, that's gonna do it for this session of Blueprints, and next time we'll see if I have any better luck with locks. I think we at least did some cool stuff in this session, and some of the hints towards the larger game are coming out. But hey, if you like this, I'm gonna keep doing it, so you might know where to find me. And y'all have a good one. Thanks to everyone who stopped by.